Hi Gemini, this is your forecast for the month of January 2018. This is a general reading for Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, or Gemini Moon. For a more rounded overview, watch your rising and moon sign as well. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages for love, finance, and other readings. Your weekly readings will always be free here on YouTube, but if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm now at patreon.com, The Alchemist Astrologer, and all of the information is down below in the description box. Now, the second week you have the Four of Pentacles. Some of you may be dealing with Capricorn persons. Others of you may be dealing with bankers or wealthy people or financial institutions, could be property issues, issues of ownership, or maybe you're dealing with someone who is excessively conservative. This is a week where you may feel very territorial or possessive about something that you have. You want to protect your resources or your heart. Or, maybe you're being very materialistic or you're being very frugal. So whatever it is, the focus is your sense of security, whether financially or emotionally, and having ownership of something and being in control of something. So you may be in protection mode. You may be seeking some kind of guarantee. Or you may just be blocking change, and that may be especially true with last week's card, going in a no-win situation. Somebody's holding tight to a position, they're not giving in, they're standing firm, they don't want to rock that boat or move forward. It could be that you were dealing with some negative energy and this week you're trying to protect yourself in some way. And maybe you can't relax or let go, or maybe you feel like you have to hoard something and keep it to yourself. Whatever it is, there's a feeling of caution. And so you're having to look at what you're holding on to and how tightly you're holding on to it and why. Where are you being too stingy, or where are you being too free in whatever capacity, with your emotions, with your time, with your assets? This is about looking at your situation, and if there are possibilities for advancement, you need to cautiously explore that. For some of you, this is a focus on finance. You've been going in circles about something, trying to solidify yourself financially. And this could be a week where you need to explore getting a better job or a new job. Whatever it is, of course, this is earth energy. So it means being practical, taking a realistic approach in how you deal with your circumstances and how you deal with people, so that you can make strides, especially with the people that you care for and the people that you care about. Now, for some of you, that negative energy from last week is spilling over into this week, and it's causing you to have to take on more of a burden. You may be expected to care for somebody, or you're having to take on somebody else's problem. And it maybe out of the blue, their problem becomes your problem. For some of you, this is about, again, making sure that you're putting your feelers out for opportunities, because the company that you're with or the business that you're involved in may be experiencing some kind of setback, or, if this is emotional, you may be dealing with some kind of issue, or it could be something medical, especially if you were taking your health for granted and you weren't attending to something. But this is also a card of greed, selfishness, self-interest. And if you are excessively self-aware or so focused on your own concerns, it may be difficult for you to view something the way you should. You may be lacking objectivity, and you may be blowing something out of proportion because you are so security minded, or almost to a poverty consciousness. There's a fear that's driving your decisions. So you're going to discover something, whatever or whomever that you are holding so tightly to. You may realize what a no-win situation it is and how it's actually costing you a whole lot more than it's worth. So you may be hurting yourself. You may be taking on some self-inflicted burdens because there's something you really want to avoid or something you really want to achieve. Now, in some cases, you're moving on from a negative situation and probably exploring some other options. And you may get some good news. There could be some doors opening. Maybe you're even traveling. But in other cases, this is a week where, especially if you've had a health issue, maybe it's time for you to focus on your health. Maybe you need to exercise more. Maybe you're too stuck. Some of you, maybe you're in a situation where you sit for long periods of time. You stay stuck at a desk or in an office, and maybe you need to get out, get some movement, do some exercise. So this is about, again, hanging on to someone or something and questioning the value of things and whether it's worth it.